My name is Dawn, your onboarding specialist, and welcome to Kiwihealth. We are all about empowering private practices and improving patient health. We partner with top healthcare and technology businesses like Google, WebMD, Yelp, Bing, and more to make your practice management easier. Join us and unlock your practice's full potential, and I will help you onboard to the platform. To create your Kiwi account, the first thing that you'll need to do is pull up the website kiwihealth.com. From here, you can then click on Start for Free in the options on top. Then you'll be routed to Create Your Free Account. You'll be asked to enter your email address, and you'll also be asked to create here a password for the account. Once you have entered the email address and your password, you can click on Continue. And then it's going to ask you to verify your email. You can open your email so you can check the inbox. Then you will be able to click on the email address verification. Once you're done with the email verification, you'll be routed to the main page of the Kiwi web app, where it will advise you to start with the basics. Then here, you can click on Create Your Own Practice Front, and then you can click on Create My Practice Front at the bottom. From here, you will then be asked to choose between the two options here, either to create your Uniprofile with Ava, the AI assistant of Kiwi, or to manually fill out your profile. Now, if you choose the first option here to create the Uniprofile with Ava, you can click on Next here in the lower right corner, and then it's going to ask you to upload your resume. You can simply drag and drop your resume file from your computer drive, and it will accept the documents in PDF format, Word, and text format as well. You may also choose to manually fill out your profile. Then you can click on Next in the lower right corner. Now we're at the part where it's asking us to complete the unit profile first before creating the practice front. The unit profile is what the Kiwi team uses when we create your profile on different channels or websites like Google, Yelp, WebMD, and others. Our goal here is to fill out the unit profile with as much information as we can, so that way this ensures that the profiles created on the different websites are fully optimized. The first section is the profile. Please note that for all the fields that has this red asterisk indicates required fields. Those section would be the first name, last name, years of experience in healthcare industry, credentials, headline, personal phone number, about me, NPI number, profile photo, and main language. Going back up, whenever you see this question mark icon, you can simply hover your mouse over it so you can also see additional information, suggestions, and a preview screenshot. Feel free to add here multiple credentials if you have multiple licenses. And then in the headline, you can add here the one that you wish to highlight on the profile. For the personal phone number, this will not be displayed to the public and will only be used internally to reach out to you for any urgent concerns or messages you need to relay. In the About Me section, you can write a few sentences about yourself. You may include here a background of your career and also highlight what makes you unique compared to the rest of the providers out there. Once you have the contents of your About Me section, feel free to use the AI assistant Ava to adjust here the length, the content of your About Me section. You can have it elaborate the contents here, or you can change the tone or use the other features here that's available for the Ava AI assistant. Now, for the profile photo, you can upload here a professional photo of yourself. And as long as the photo is not blurry or pixelated, we can use that one and have it uploaded on the profiles that we will create for you. And similarly, we advise you to upload additional photos of yourself, or if you have here your in person office or your workstation, We can utilize that and add more visuals to your profile, and it makes it stand out more compared to the rest of the profiles out there in the web as well. Next is if you have here additional languages that you speak, you can add that here so we can also highlight that in your profile. Once you're done with all of the section, you can just click on next in the lower right corner. The second section is the healthcare experience. You can click on add experience where it will ask you to input the organization name, your title, the start date and end date, and the rest you can leave it out. Or if you want to add here like a description, you can do so. Feel free to add here as many healthcare experience as you want, as this just helps build more credibility to the profiles that we will create for you online. Once you have finished adding the information, you can click on next in the lower right corner. The third section is for education. You can click on add education so you can indicate here the school name, the major, the degree, and then for the rest you can leave it blank, and then it will also ask you to enter here the start date and the end date. And you can also upload here the school logo. Feel free to add here additional educational background as this also helps build more credibility to the profiles that we will create online for you. Once you're done inputting the necessary information, you can just click on next in the lower right corner. If you have here professional memberships or associations, and you also garnered awards and achievements, and you have publications, you can feel free to add those part here in the Uniprofile and click on next in the lower right corner. Next section is for specialties and condition. We advise you to add as many specialties and conditions as you can, as this helps with the type of patients who go online and search for providers who treat specific conditions as well. If in any event that the specialty or condition is not included in the drop-down list, you can manually type that in and then select that from the drop-down so it's included in the specialty. Same thing with the condition as well. Next is for the practice. You may input here your practice name and then your practice phone number. You'll also be asked to enter here your practice email address and your practice website. And you can also include here a description of the practice. And for the practice logo, you can upload the file in this section. For your practice address, you can input here the address. And then for the address type, you have here options. If you're only offering telehealth services, then you can choose this one to make the address private. But if the address is for your in-person office, you can choose here and indicate whether you accept walk-in or if it's strictly by appointment only. Next is the treatment methodology. Here you can write a few sentences about how you treat the patients and what values you hold as a provider. And then for the treatment approach, you can select here from the suggestions on top, or you can also manually type that here in the text box if it's not found from the options on top. Once you're done, you can just click on next in the lower right corner. The next section is for practice licenses. Here you would need to upload at least one practice license information in order for us to list you on the different websites or channels. To add your license information, just click on the edit option found on the right side, and here you will be asked to enter all of the information starting from the state for licenses, license number, expiration date, license name, license type, and you will be asked to upload here a file of the copy of the license information in PNG, JPG, or PDF format. Feel free to add here additional license information, most especially if you are a provider who is licensed in multiple states. You may also add here additional licenses, certificates, and qualifications, and after that, you can click on Next in the lower right corner of the page. The seventh section of the Uni profile is the services. Here, you need to add all of the services that you offer in your practice. We have four types of services that you can add in the Uniprofile. The first one is for the initial visit, and these types of visits are reserved for new patients. Next is for a follow up visit and for medication refill. Follow up visits and medication refill are reserved for established patients. And the last one is for consultation. This is mainly used if you offer here free consultations to patients. You can edit all of the information that's here in the services by clicking the edit option found on the right side of each of the service. By clicking edit for the initial visit, you will be able to edit all of the information for this type of visit. Now, again, this is for new patients, so you can actually indicate here or change the service name. The duration, you can also indicate if you want it to be longer or shorter for the initial visit, and you can put a price here for this type of visit. You can also indicate whether you want this one to be available for telehealth only or if you also offer in person services for this type of visit. Now, if you want to select telehealth, you would need to also indicate here the age range of acceptable patients. Please also select couples, families, and groups if you are offering your couples counseling, family, and group therapy sessions. You need to also select in person if you are offering this type of service in your in person office. You would need to indicate here the office address and then also the age range of acceptable patients or clients. And again, if you are a provider who is offering the couples counseling or family and group therapy sessions, also select those patient types. And once you're done, scroll up and click on Save Changes. Feel free to edit the information for follow up visits, medication refill, and consultation. Once you're done adding all of the services, click on Next in the lower right corner of the page. For insurance, you can indicate here whether you only accept cash pay or if you only accept insurance or if you support both cash pay and insurance. If you select I support both cash pay and insurance or I only accept insurance, it will ask you to select the insurances that you are currently in network with. If the insurance company you are currently in network with is not on the list, you can manually type in the company name here at the text box below. Once you are done selecting all of the insurances, click on Next in the lower right corner. And lastly, for the biographic information, you can add here your ethnicity, gender, birth date, religion, and username before clicking on Next in the lower right corner. Finally, you will be able to review all of the information that you have filled out before clicking on Submit for Review in the lower right corner of the page. And here you will be asked to confirm. And now you're routed to this page where it says Create your own practice front to unlock all channels. Click on Create Practice Front. And then here you can X out of this part. This is a preview of the practice front where it contains all of the information that you have added earlier in your Uniprofile. You can scroll down and check on all of the information here before clicking Next in the lower right corner. In this page, you will be able to select here the channels that you choose to be listed on, and then you can click on List Me on Selected Channels in the lower right corner. Now it has routed us to this page where it says Your Practice Front has launched successfully. You can click on the option Back to Practice Front page at the bottom. Here, you will be able to see the options on the left side. Choose Channels, and then click on Get Started at the bottom. Here, you can click on Next in the lower right corner. Here, feel free to check all of these and click on Complete. In the Channels page, you can browse on each of the channels here, and you can read the description for each of the channels And you have here an option to list on the channel if you want your profile to be seen on each of these channels. To list yourself on the specific channel, click on the channel here, and then there's this option to list me on this channel in the upper right corner. Click on that, and now you have successfully requested to be listed on Apple Maps. Next step is to check your email for a webinar invite, and in that webinar, we will discuss about the profile, channel listings, and address your questions and concerns. Thank you so much for completing this video tutorial, and we'll see you at the webinar. Have a great day.